Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video I thought we would just do another wee chit chat, get ready with me. I just thought I would lift out this palette and do a wee tutorial using some of the shades. I got this for Christmas and I've dug into it quite a few times but not as much as I should be because the shades in this palette are absolutely beautiful. It is the So Jaded palette by Kathleen Lights and Colourpop. It's her collaboration with them. So I absolutely think the shades and the colours in this palette are absolutely beautiful. So as you can see, for today's tutorial I just created a kind of like a mustard brown smoky eye, and I just introduced some turquoisey like peacock green just on the lower lash line, just for a wee bit of a pop of colour and just to make it a wee bit more bright and fun. So yeah, if you want to know how I created this makeup tutorial and stick around and have a wee chit chat with me, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to start with the eyes first of all today. So I'm just going to be taking these wee shadow shades. So I definitely think I'm wanting to go in with some of the mustard shades. So I think I'm going to go in with this shade here, and then I'm also wanting to introduce like that turquoise shade or the jade colour, or this colour down here in the bottom, and the other shades are so beautiful. First off, I'm going to go in with this shade here at the top, Rose Quartz, and I'm just going to be using this just in my crease as a transition because it's just a really nice soft neutral brown. So I'm not going to be too precise with this shade obviously, as you can see. I'm just wanting just a wee bit of something just in the crease to start us off. I'm going to go in next with this shade here. I think I want the outer corner to be a wee bit darker, and I think I might introduce the mustard shade in the inner corner. So I'm just going to build up the depth and the darkness in the outer crease first of all. So I'm also going to bring that onto the lid as well. I'm actually going to go back into Rose Quartz again, just on that brush, and I'm just going to blend that just over the outer corner at the edges, just to help blend this wee bit more. I've honestly been so petrified of my skin at the minute because it has been so good. This is the clearest my skin has been in such a long time, and I have been petrified to put anything new on it. I don't know whether it's because I have recently introduced a lot of water into my diet, like I'm not drinking as much fizzy as I used to, but I also think it's maybe down to the fact that my skincare routine is honestly on point at the minute. I would say it's probably a combination between all of those things, but like I said to myself the other night, this is just too good to be true. It honestly is. I'm going to wake up with a couple wee blemishes and a couple wee breakouts in a couple of days time, and I was right. Next shade I'm going to take is Citrine. And first off, I'm going to take that on a flat packing brush so I can stamp it just in the inner corner first of all, just to build up the pigment and the intensity. So if I'm being honest, I don't necessarily like to talk about the situation that's going on in the world right now on my channel, because I've mentioned before I want my channel to be like a positive escape. But recently, like if you have been keeping up to date with like the worldwide news in terms of what's going on, Monday night the UK, it didn't go into complete lockdown. We were just told by our Prime Minister that we have to stay at home. So it's basically day 2 of isolation for me. Don't get me wrong, like we are allowed out. We're allowed out once a day for general exercise, walking, running, whatever. We're still allowed out to go to the shops for like our essentials. So yeah, and I'm actually alright with it so far because I'm a very introverted person, so I rarely leave the house anyway, so welcome to my world, peeps. Next up for lashes, I'm going to be using the Lash Unlimited Double-Lashes lashes here, and they're in the style DBL #1. While I'm waiting for those lashes to get tacky, I'm just going to start the base makeup. So I'm going to go on with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. Ooh. If you're somebody that loves a really nice hydrating primer but you don't want anything that's far too heavy or too thick, this is honestly such a great wee primer. The consistency of it is so nice and lightweight and just really hydrating. It makes the skin just feel so soft and smooth. Ooh, So good. So what's everybody doing to keep themselves occupied and entertained in isolation? I have to say, I'm not the type of person that could sit during the day and watch TV or watch a series on Netflix. No, I can't do that. Like that's a nighttime routine thing for me. I could never sit during the day and watch TV. I couldn't do that. I just feel like such a slob. But I don't know, I was actually thinking of buying myself, like we're honestly so lucky that we can still buy stuff online. Yeah, I was actually thinking of getting myself a tie-dye kit. But yeah, I was actually thinking of like tie-dye in my entire existence. I got the idea of Nicole Guerrero. What else was I thinking of doing? Oh yeah, I was thinking of starting up a scrapbook and photo albums of just me and Kyle, or just me and my friends, or just me and family, or just family or something. I don't know, it's just really nice things like that, and buying like wee stickers and pens and just like arts and crafts things, like more for the scrapbook, but I don't even know what I would do a scrapbook on. So for my foundation, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. I'm also going to be mixing it with the LA Girl White foundation. I know I have a wee bit of tan on at the minute and it might look actually a wee bit light for my skin tone, but this foundation oxidizes so bad on me. But yeah, that's actually just things that I've been thinking of doing whenever it comes to self-isolating and stuff. Like if I'm ever taking days off and I actually can't take myself out anywhere. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Overachiever concealer. I've not tried this before, this is just new. We have the Huda Beauty Pound Cake baking powder, so I'm going to be trying these two today. So excited to try these. Oh, I actually really like the applicator. That actually feels really, really cooling. Oh, I really like that. It's honestly, it's so strange. I've been trying so many different products recently. High-end, drugstore, you name it. And I've just yet to come across like a really bad product. But I don't know, the way this has actually made my under eyes look in here. It just made my under eyes just like so perfect. It even looks smooth. Like you can obviously still see my pores and everything. That doesn't really matter, that's no big deal. But oh my goodness, looks so good. Okay, so as I was saying, I got the shade Pound Cake. Ooh, that has like the wee bouncy net. Interesting. Oh, for Christ's sake. Huda Beauty honestly loves putting so much scent into her products. Do you know, I actually quite like it. See her foundation though? It is probably one of the nicest foundations, but it also is very, very heavily scented. Okay, so I don't like the packaging. The packaging is really annoying me. I would say it might be easier to actually get powder out of this wee net situation if you have a brush, because the bristles will be able to go through like the holes in the netting, but my powder puff can't really get through, so I don't know what to do. Okay, so before I go any further, I'm going to give myself a wee spritz. I'm going to use the Morphe setting spray. Honestly guys, if you have not used this setting spray by now, you really need to. It is the best setting spray. Next up to highlight, at this point it's becoming very repetitive. So I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder, this one here. There is somebody in my house. I can hear them making themselves a cup of tea or a cup of coffee. If it's a burglar, I hope they're making me one too. I'm going to go in with this wee Colourpop blush in the shade, I think it's pronounced Get Laid. These Colourpop blushes are honestly so good. They obviously have like that creamy texture, so they just blend into the skin so beautifully. So beautiful. Such a gorgeous colour. That's one thing I also love about Colourpop blushes as well. I think I've mentioned this before, but like looking at this in person, it does look quite scary. I'm not too sure how it's coming off on camera, but I have quite a few Colourpop blushes that look very, very scary in the pan. They're just really, really bright and vibrant, but they are so, so subtle and just such a nice kiss of colour on the skin. Like this one, for example, like if I swatch it, like you can definitely see that there is colour payoff, there's pigment, but on the skin, like as you can see, it just like gives such a beautiful like wash and kiss of colour. Like it's not like a powder highlight where it would just be like boom, full-blown pigment straight away. Because it has like that creamy formula, it just blends into the skin so beautifully, and it's not as intense as what it looks like in the pan. But you can have it just like nice and subtle, or you can really build it up to be quite intense, or as intense as you want it obviously, but they're honestly so, so good. So I'm going to be using the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Do you know what I was also just thinking the other day as well? Could you imagine, I'm sorry I'm like stopping here talking, but could you imagine that this happened around Christmas? Like this whole situation. Like could you imagine? Like could you imagine like being in isolation and having to self-isolate around Christmas time? And Christmas Day, Boxing Day, Christmas Eve. Like how crazy would that be? Christmas would literally just be cancelled, and I know like there's more things to life than Christmas, but it's Christmas. Christmas is important, okay? Christmas is important because of family and loved ones. Like if any of you guys have grandparents that are in care homes, you wouldn't be able to go and see them. If you have grandparents or just one grandparent that lives by themselves, having to spend Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve by themselves, like not being able to go and see them. If you have just moved out of your family home and you're now living with a boyfriend, a girlfriend, your wife, husband, partner, whatever, you wouldn't be able to go and spend time with your mum, your dad, your brothers, your sisters. Like everybody will literally still have to still isolate. It's something that just literally came to me the other day, and it was just like, oh my goodness, like could you imagine? You know, like even if your partner or your boyfriend doesn't live with you, you still wouldn't be able to see each other over Christmas. Like what? It would just be such a sad, sad time for so many families. Back into the So Jaded palette. Oh no, this is whenever I start to get really bored and I just do whatever on the lower lash line. But as I was saying, I really want to use, was it this colour here? I think it was. So this colour here, just on the lower lash line. Oh, how nice is that? I'm just going to run this just along the lower lash line, just to the inner and outer corner. Okay, so I'm just going to take like a wee clean brush now, and I'm just going to blend all of that out. Oh, you obviously want to blend it up into the outer corner as well, by the way. I'm going to finish off the lips, and I'm going to be using whatever one is sharpened, I suppose. Okay, I'm just going to go for the MAC Strip Down, I think it is. Yeah. So I'm just going to use this lip liner to fill in my lips as well. This is a colour Sensational lipstick from Maybelline in the shade Brazen Beige. Now just to finish everything off, I'm just going to set everything in place with this Morphe scent spray again. I have no idea whether to leave my hair the way it is and just stick in a pair of hoops because hoops make everything better, or actually take my wig off and like actually make it look a wee bit decent. Hold on till I get a pair of hoops and we'll see. I'm definitely one of those people that I spend so long doing my makeup that as soon as it comes to my hair I'm just like, no, screw it. But yeah guys, this completes this makeup tutorial and I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you so much for always being here for me and being someone I can speak to and actually talk to. Yeah, other than that guys, again, please do stay safe. I hope you are all doing well, physically and mentally of course. But anyway, other than that guys, again, it's like word vomit. Thank yous for watching and I hope to see you all in my next video.